That was crazy. All right, I guess we're kind of done. Spanky, are you back? You have me muted right now, so I don't know if you're back or not. And I guess we're finished. I guess, or you know, whatever. Yeah. See ya. I guess I can't hear ya. Hello. Anyways, all right. Well, we're back. There were some issues, I guess, with Facebook just kicked us off for no reason. So let me see. I got everybody back in the thing, back in school. We hear you guys. I know you guys hear me, but yeah, there's a new broadcast. I guess we got removed from the main broadcast, so you can't hear us on the main page. You can hear us on Facebook Live. Yeah, 5x5. All right, cool. Just want to double check. Anyways, Spanky, you there, Spanky? Can you hear?
I am now.
Okay.
I am now. Sorry.
No, we just got kicked out of the main.
The dog had to go potty.
We got kicked out of the main page.
Oh, I missed that. I'm
Yeah.
back now.
Yeah.
You want me to fight somebody?
Yeah, I
Oh, I
guess.
even see that now.
Yeah, you see that? We're like,
Yeah.
we ended and now we're back on another one. Shut up, pop culture warrior. Let's do that. Yeah, trying to draw some drama. I see you there, PCW. Yeah, it just disconnected. So, so all I did was just hit save broadcast and then hit and then open up the thing again. Restarted it. I don't give a shit. Yeah, exactly. Facebook hates vets.
They don't support the troops.
They don't support the troops. Hey, we'll still continue the show though because it's still got to get podcasted up, and you can hear us on. Can you still see us on freaking on the what you use? It's the our COVID station WTF Nation Radio. Can you still hear us? Can you still see us? Are we still broadcasting from there? Yeah, we're still broadcasting. So that'll work. All right. Well, on that note, didn't mean to. Everybody, I guess, yeah, internet connection suicide. Yeah, exactly. It's suicided. I'm not saying it was aliens, but it was probably aliens, which is no big deal because sorry, main page. I guess you can listen to us here. We'll still continue with the show. That's kind of weird that it just killed us like that. I think it's that new tech that Facebook is pushing that's kind of doing that. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense.
I don't nerd very well.
Well, I know. I'm just trying to.
I'm going to learn to nerd better.
I'm just trying. You're trying to learn nerd. Is that what you just say?
I'm trying to learn how to nerd.
You're trying to learn how to nerd with your cloth combat face of the combat face.
Oh, that's what it is. I don't have one of those. I have a Wonder Woman one.
Yeah, we're not going to be in the main page right now because there is an outreach right now for a little helmet. For little ones again, so I'm not going to step on that. I'm not going to step on that one. So I would just go ahead and let that go because I would be honest with you that the little one's more important, and I don't care about that. So if you go to right now on the main page, it was like WTF Nation's Princess. We have another little one. 6-month-old Brooklyn. She was born after a very difficult and premature pregnancy of a dual veteran couple. As a result, she became fighting a number of health issues, and she's overcame by many. However, the most challenging one is that she suffers from the condition that locks her neck muscles in a specific direction, leading to the flattening of her skull. Despite that of assistive devices such as repositioning pillow and all that, for her to successfully overcome the condition, she requires the use of the helmet again. So the helmet post again. She's a little doll. I mean, you just see a little head. Babies to me, it's one of those things to where I got to. I'm sorry, I'm not going to do this. So it's another post. The helmet costs because of the ranges and stuff like between $3,000 to $4,000, and it's due to the extreme condition of Brooklyn's condition. So it's well outside the family's capabilities. So what the WTF Nation does, what U.S. Army WTF, they pay a little bit to it, and then they ask for donations. So ask for the link. As a matter of fact, if you go to, I'm going to go ahead and share that to the radio page. So if you're listening to, the radio right now, well, actually, you have no choice. To do that, you finally have a care react. Oh my gosh.
I was big mad.
No, I was about to say, yeah, I had to go through it. It's just kind of like right now with the Facebook drama. I hate it, but it'll get fixed. Well, all the other drives, I have just make sure that we had to hook up. We had to hook up the mixers and hook up the Periscope. But anyways, so I posted it in the radio U.S. Army WTF Moments Facebook. The U.S. Army WTF Moments Facebook link is in the WTF Nation Radio's Facebook page. So if you want to check that out. Anyways, yeah, it's crazy. So real quick now, with all this social distancing stuff, I was gonna say social media,
which is distant.
Which is social media is kind of we're kind of the pioneers of it. We set the standard for this. The Army's top leaders right now are currently defending their decision to bring 1,000 cadets back to the military academy for graduation. Saying that despite the coronavirus, I'm trying to stop. I'm stopping from saying so. The coronary. I'd like to wish you.
I don't think coronary is contagious.
Despite the coronavirus risk, students would have to return anyways to prepare for their next duty assignment. The announcement has been criticized as a political move to get Trump on the stage at the academy, where he has not given a graduation address. But Army officials said the students must return for their final medical checks, equipment, and training. And the Chief of Staff of the Army, General James McConville, said we can't telecommute to combat. When the Pentagon reporters asked about the decision, which forces cadets to spread out across the U.S. to travel, risking exposure on public transportation, and then land in New York, a coronavirus hotspot. Now, I'll be honest with you, I don't think that the Air Force had a graduation, but they were all spread apart. Did you see the seats when they did it?
All right.
The Air Force Academy?
No, I didn't see the pictures, but if they're all spread apart, okay. I can kind of see both sides of this. You're right. They're all going to have to go on to their next duty station, whatever. We are shipping out, they're starting to ship AIT soldiers out, on military transport, quarantining them or anything. Do I think the graduation ceremony is like a mission essential thing? No, but if they're bringing them back, and they're going to put them in like quarantine like they are doing anybody else that has to move, right? I don't see a big deal if they're not inviting the public to it. But did they say for sure they're inviting the president to the graduation?
Well, he's scheduled to speak. That's the thing, is that he's supposed to be speaking there. He's going to be speaking. So Army community...
Is he speaking in person?
Yeah.
I mean, but I don't think that that's necessary. I mean, you can put him on a teleprompter and he can do it over, like I said, I think that's an unnecessary risk.
Right.
I do think that this is just like any other senior graduating class, if they can find a way to do it safely, which these are not we can't bring in like a bunch of 17 and 18-year-olds and go lock them in a building for 2 weeks to make sure that they're all not sick and then have a graduation.
Well,
can you do that safely with some West Point cadets? Yes, you can. You can bring them to their barracks or whatever and monitor them for 2 weeks, and they can start doing whatever it is that they have to do.
Right.
And have a ceremony that's closed to the public and it's just them walking across the stage and do whatever it is they do at West Point graduations. Trump can do his speech on a big screen from the White House and Skype it in or whatever. I mean, it can be done.
Yeah, it can be done. You can Skype it in.
They've already been in quarantine for 2 weeks, and then they can military transport them to wherever it is they need to go.
Right.
And I don't see a problem with this.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I see some problems. I don't see it being like it can't be done.
Right. Well, here's what the Air Force Academy, and I got up on the screen. Here's what the Air Force Academy looks like when they graduated. There was a very minimal academy graduation. Everyone talks about the Air Force Academy had deaths from no. It's not. They didn't die of COVID. They didn't get the Rona. They were what is thought to be of suicide right now. That they're currently reporting. So. They kind of I guess they did their academics early. They finished up their academics and then they moved them to an 8 foot sprawl graduation, and then it actually kind of looks a little. I actually think it looks kind of cool having them spread out like that. I mean, that's more like because you can find your kid. Like if you had a kid graduating from the academy, and then it just, I don't know, just.
I don't think I'd be able to find my kid in that. I'm like, they're all dressed alike.
Well, they'll tell you, look at grid 4
mine?
and look at grid 14 alpha. And there's where your kids be at. You know what I mean?
Hold up a sign.
They hold up a sign. Yeah, exactly. Hi, Mom. I did that at AUSA. I felt like a dork when I said that. Hi, Mom. I feel like it was like a dork, but I had to do it. It's obligatory when you know.
Oh yeah.
Hi, Mom. So at any rate, U.S. Senator Tammy Duckworth, a member of West Point's Board of Visitors, expressed her concerns about the decision to Army Secretary Brian McCarthy in a call this week. Quote, Trump's reckless decision to gather 1,000 cadets at West Point for a speech that puts our future military leaders at increased risk, all to stroke his own ego, unquote. If you guys don't know who Tammy Duckworth is, she's a retired Army helicopter pilot who served in the Iraq War and received a Purple Heart. McCarthy told reporters the Army wants to have a small, safe graduation ceremony. Celebrate, which is kind of cool. I mean, graduating. I think the Naval Academy though, they're like, nah, we've been kind of been in the news for a while. we're gonna shut up. As a matter of fact, we're just gonna have a virtual graduation. No shit. The U.S. Naval Academy has announced that they will hold a virtual graduation and postpone other traditional milestones events until a large-scale gathering is allowed. So the Academy Superintendent Vice Admiral Sean Buck called it a difficult decision but necessary to safeguard the health and welfare of our entire Naval Academy family and local community. Michael, they should do the graduation on Mach 4.
I mean,
come on. Isn't this like a freaking? This is like a Seaburn NCO's chance to shine.
That'd be a training event.
Well, I mean, this is the Seaburn. Yeah, this is a Seaburn NCO's chance to shine, and it's just kind of like, oh man, come on.
No, I think if they, like I said, if they've already released them and everything, but if they've had them there,
right?
I mean, you've already been isolating,
right?
You've been isolating with the same people, and I guess these seniors are probably allowed more freedom, and you're not stuck on the campus or whatever. But they could have been. If we're already not allowing permanent party soldiers to go more than 30 miles away. I don't see why you couldn't have made those cadets saying, no, you're not allowed to leave campus, or you're not allowed to do this. I don't see why that would have been an issue at the very beginning of this.
Bro, they were already gone. I mean, could you imagine? Could you imagine though getting a phone call like you're broke off from leave and you're doing this stuff and you're gonna go on leave and then they go, okay, you get a phone call, you're gonna Zoom your graduation. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that, but I can also see that if this was, with this pandemic, if you're in school, it's like, you're stuck here now. Sorry.
That's true.
If you want to finish, you're going to stay here and finish.
But what about all the Karens?
And no, you can't go off. You can't go off campus. You can't do this. And then you have, you're not letting them get exposed to anything. I don't know. Then you wouldn't have had this problem. It was only supposed to be for 2 weeks, though. So I guess, I would have been pissed if I'm stuck there.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
I've been stuck in shittier situations for months and months on time, and it's preparing them. Like, no, you're going to be stuck on a farm in Afghanistan, and you have this trailer to buy, some toothpaste out of. So
right,
that's it.
Cause hits it around the head. Hindsight's 2020, and I don't think anyone expected. Nobody expected to have this amount of impact. I mean, like the Theodore Roosevelt now has got over 800 cases of COVID. Did you hear about that? And
I did.
Then I was like, holy crap! It's the whole ship now. It was before, they're talking about bringing him back. They're talking about bringing the ship's captain back. Brett Crozier talking about, hey, we're gonna come back.
I mean, I don't think anybody should be fired over an email, but that's me. Unless he sent the email himself.
He sent the email. He sent the email. They said there was like, it's like less than 20 people. And of the people that he sent, he didn't send it to like some rando Joe or something like that. And then it somehow ended up in the hands of the San Francisco Chronicle. So if anything else, God, I said so again. If anything else, It had to have been. It had to have been a member of a staff that did it.
Yeah.
Straight up. Off the
Because
bat.
emails do get forwarded, you know. Pictures get taken of zipper emails. I've seen that happen. You know.
Oh my god.
So.
I have to see that shit.
I mean.
I've seen that stuff.
I have seen it happen. So. You know, I know they don't get forwarded from zipper to nipper, but yeah, I've seen a picture get taken because, oh, look, did you see this? And I couldn't send it, so I took a picture. No, you don't do that.
Yeah, what the hell are you doing sending that thing? How the hell did you have a phone in the skiff, anyways?
Definitely seen that happen.
Yeah.
Oh, I can never remember my combination to my locker, and
And then you sit there answer the phone. Exactly. Oh man.
Oh man.
No, for real though. And you're right. Hey, what's up, Jason? They have to come back to clear Area F and whatever. Exactly that. So they got to come back and turn in their gear. I totally get that. But the Air Force, they said, nah, your classes are done. You're going to graduate early. You're going to stand, this so many 8 feet apart in a radius. And then Navy just said, screw it. We ain't going to have a graduation. We're just going to VTC this shit. I mean, in a way, you're kind of seeing a lot of things that are being run by the military as being non-essential that we don't need you. We really, there's a lot of things in the military we're realizing that we don't need a bunch of contractors for, or we don't need a bunch of GS civilians for. I mean, when you think about it, and you can do telework and all that, think about how many, like, the individuals that are mission essential. Obviously, the military personnel are mission essential. But think about it. Once you get your formations together and you're there, and then, you're running minimum manning, which is basically the soldiers, not the Joe. But think about the GSs. I wonder how many decisions were made without GS or contractor input. That was made so the things that I'm not cracking on I'm just gonna say right now the GSs and there's some processes involved that have to run in the military that have GS involvement or have contractor involvement that I don't want to say it takes too long to do, but I will say that I'm pretty sure the processes are getting a little expedited now because there's not an additional signature to worry about.
It's a lot of it, I think, is job security. And none of the ceremonies, none of the graduations, none of the change of command ceremonies, change of responsibility, none of that is mission essential. Like, it will go on. It's just tradition.
Right.
And it just, do we want to keep holding up all of these traditions? That's really it. Do we want to keep holding up these traditions?
We got units. We got units. There was some talk and drama about on Twitter. There's some people, just rando people, talking about having a coup, and you military people should have a coup. And then we talked about this before, and I'm thinking they're kind of like already. If you look at what the military is doing, I mean, you're looking at. We already got. I don't want to say a coup going on, but we already have individuals in the military that don't listen to what the DoD's saying. You got.
We see it every day.
That's what I'm saying. We see. And everyone's like, "Oh, you're being a little overreacting there, eyes. There's no way. No. There's a way.
Don't do PT tests.
Yeah, behooving finds a way. Life, like behooving, finds a way. Behooving finds a way. The behoovosphere. Twice there has been guidance put out and reiterated. I mean, it can be reiterated as much as you could say it. Don't do PT tests. Don't take the ACFT. It's suspended right now. The last ACFT you took, and if you want to pass your ACFT, you can take one. But as far as for record, don't take Army body fat contact. Nah, don't do it. Okay. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's like now's the time if you ever want to be fat. There's a time that you're kind of pushing it, and you're like, I think I can do it. You were one hamburger away from busting tape. This right now would be a perfect opportunity to show your supervisors. And I was talking to a first sergeant friend, and he was one of my soldiers, and now he's a first sergeant. And me and him were just shooting shit and all this other stuff. And I said, if anything else, this should be an opportunity of trust like a motherfucker. Because here's the reason why I say that. Think about it. Why don't we just do PT on our own? You've been there. I mean, you've been a first sergeant. You know the deal. When you have it's time to you do PT on your own. Do you trust your soldiers if they're doing PT on their own, if they fail a PT test, or if they max it? You kind of like, okay, if they're maxing a PT test, I could see you. Yeah, I could see you. You do PT on your own. Okay. This right here, Sarns, is your opportunity to show your leadership. You do PT on your own. I've
always been the one that would spot check. Like if they know I'm going to come around,
Right.
because I would always be saying, give me your schedule. And, of course, this is in normal times. And like every day I'm going around and doing PT with somebody. I don't tell them who, but this was always when everybody was doing it, at PT time. So.
Right. But think about this, though. Think about now.
And of course, there were some that I would trust to do, and some that I'm like, yeah, you ain't doing
Well,
shit.
yeah. I mean,
if you can't run from here to that pole without,
yeah, exactly.
air,
If I see the veins popping out of your neck when you're just getting out of your car, walking to the front of the company, there's something wrong. Well, but no, this if anything else, and I would impart this knowledge and wisdom with this first sergeant that I was talking to, that this would be the opportunity, and this would be the opportunity for all those soldiers that said, "Hey, how come we don't do PT on our own?" Could you imagine soldiers that did PT on their own, and then this would be their opportunity to shine. Oh, how come we do PT on our own? Oh, whoa. We were like on quarantine since like the middle of March, right? I mean, we were locked down just about. No PT test. You don't have to worry about body fat worksheets and stuff like that. Suspended. Matter of fact, you even delayed. You even got your PCS delayed, and all you have to do is, show up to a screen, log in. I'm alive, and then that's it.
Right.
That's all you. That's all you have to do, and a little bit of respect back from your leaders to your leaders would be making sure you're G to G on your PT. I mean, could you imagine if that would be the opportunity to take whatever stupid diet you want to take, or whatever, think about it. Oh, you gotta. I remember when the keto craze was going. I remember laughing about that shit. Let's do keto. Everyone's like keto. Everyone's like, oh, keto. I'm filling my inbox. Keto. Oh, what would be best for you is keto. I'm like, no, I don't want to do keto. No, because all it's gonna take is one time. One time, are you missing keto? Then you'll balloon up like Java. You freaking.
It's really all calorie deficit.
Well,
that's it.
But, yeah, well, I could do that, for friggin', I could do calorie deficit. I just go on a bender. I can just call up a friend. Hey, do you mind watching the kid for a second? Why? I just need 48 hours of straight alone time. And just, I trust you. You ain't got the COVIDs, right? Okay, cool. I'll be mad. Could you imagine? Could you imagine all this now? This would be your opportunity to do all your PT, get in shape, and all this other stuff. So that way, when you come out flying through it and it's finally lifted, bam, you're good to go. Man, you're a studette, and you're knocking it out, and then you are already ready to go, ready to fight tonight, in shape because you did PT on your own. This would be your time, soldiers. Tell your soldiers that I'll do it right now. Yeah, tell your E4 Mafia buddies.
And then 3 years from now, and all the young ones, why can't we do PT on our own? We're going to say 2020.
You remember the great plague of 2020?
Everybody had all the time to do PT on their own.
Maybe a few years from now. Yeah,
and nobody did shit.
Yep.
Or like 3 guys.
Let's see Baby Ice graduate from freaking basic training, and freaking he's gonna be right there walking across, and oh man, here's my old man. He's gonna come here talking about stuff like that, and I'm like, yeah, you guys didn't have bad, right? Yeah, you didn't have you had really bad. You guys are lucky. You didn't have bad. You had PT test. That PT test after quarantine. Shut up, Dad. You're retired. But yeah, right, exactly that, Scott. Back in my day, we had a PT through the plague. Oh my God, that's the new walking both ways with no shoes on uphill. You didn't have you had rucksacks? Shit, we didn't have rucksack. We had ammo. Me and Jason had ammo crates with ropes for handles. That's what our rucksack was. That was back in the day. So me and Jason back. We showed up. We had Nike boots. Hell, we had those Welcos, man, that were tougher than freaking. Go-kart tire rubber. It was like, oh, yeah. Now people can be like the new one. Back when I was, you can have your drills there. Back in the day, you got some fat soldier right now who's got COVIDs and he can't run around the building. That's why we had.
Next to mine had Ebola.
Yeah, exactly. My barracks next to mine had Ebola and Zika. Don't walk over to building 200. That was the Zika virus and the fucking and SARS put together. And you got to get your MedPro squared away. Go get your flu shot. So, are you supposed to shut up? No, I'm serious. I mean, because we've been getting a lot. Don't get me wrong. We have been getting some crazy freaking text messages from leaders. That's right, Michael. And we were grateful. But we get some crazy text messages in the inbox and screenshots that are from leaders, and I'm thinking, guys, stop fucking with your soldiers. Leave them alone. God, leave them alone. You think right now morale is going to be good when they come back? They're not going to want to see your face because they have had to BTC you all the fucking time. They're like, oh God, I gotta go. Oh, I don't want to see. I don't want to look at you, Sarn. They're be like, I don't want to look at you, Sarn. Why? Because I've had to look at your ass the whole freaking time, every day while we were quarantined. I'm gonna tell you what. Take some wellness. Let your soldiers take a break. Let your soldiers take leave and let them go. Just let them go. CCFC of Doom. You let them go. Oh, yeah, exactly that cause. We had to do PT without. We did PT before CCFCs. What's the CCFCs, Art? It's a how you messed it up. It's a cloth combat face covering badge. I wonder if they have lanes for that. The ESB. I mean, we have seen. Well, then again, we have seen some that are like straight bitches. I mean, like bitches, not like we're not talking about a negative name for a woman, or female dog, but I'm talking about just straight. Don't be a wimp. Don't be a bitch about it. Don't be a bitch. If all you have to, man, and this is the time. This was cyberpunk army that I've always wanted to be part of when I was a kid. When I was already, wait a minute. You mean all I got to do is get up, brush my teeth, shave, and all that stuff, and then like do a video, like have Zoom up video, and just have our cameras facing each other, and knock out some PT and do some workout, and then I don't have to talk to them anymore, and then I get a link for a class or some shit, and right. That's all I gotta do. That's really all I gotta do. Yeah, that's all I gotta do. I don't have to talk to you anymore, though, right? No. And then when you're done, just give me an up. And only 3 times a week. Literally, there's some schedules. I'm telling you what, I shouldn't be bashing the entire Army or the entire NCO Corps. There are some schedules that we've seen that damn are fucking awesome. I'm just like, awesome. There's just one leader out there. There's a couple leaders out there. CSMs and First Sergeants right now. And I don't even know if their commanders are doing this, but I don't care. I'll bring it up right now. There's some awesome schedules. There's one leader that we saw, battalion CSM, and him and his Ops Sergeant Major alternate the time of their soldiers for companies to do PT and accountability. So what they do is the Ops Sergeant Major takes the first part of the week to do all this stuff, so that way the CSM can take a break with the other companies, and they flip-flop companies. It's actually a pretty cool schedule what we saw. We also saw another schedule where there's a CSM that only requires 3 times a week. 3 times a week!
I'm trying to figure out why they're mad.
I was saying 3 times a week. No, I know. Jason, I know. Why you gotta break my balls, Jason? Come on, man. I thought we was cool. I thought we bros, man. It's crazy to have somebody that knows you in the chats that really knows you. No, I would not do. You're right, Mike. I would not do Zoo ET. I'd be like, the fuck? What do you mean Zoo ET? I'm not gonna do this shit. But still, you have the access to do it, and you're just not gonna recording a video or just doing a check-in. Man, that's the ultimate. That's like the ultimate in giving the try. Like there's one CSM right now. I'm not gonna drive the individual out. I'm not gonna say if it's male or female, but there's a CSM out there that only has his battalion only having to do First Sergeants up and all this other stuff 3 times a week. 3 times a week. And then they shoot the shit at the end of the week talking about what they did with their First Sergeants and their companies and stuff like that, and their soldiers and all that. And then as this has been going on every other week or every other day or something like that, it was like a weekend, they had like a movie night. They string videos and shit with each other. I'm like, what the? I feel robbed.
That's kind of cool.
No, I feel robbed. I feel robbed.
I had to go in for
I had to come in
14 hours a day for 20 years.
Me and Jason had to hump the ruck. We had to hump a ruck in Mad Mile forever in Fort Bragg and break legs and jumping and stuff like that. We had to suffer. I feel robbed. Why
We
can't
didn't get a
we
flag
didn't
in
get
our
we didn't get a we didn't get a flag when I was mine. I'm fucking hate right now on these Joes getting away with what they're getting away with. Maybe I should stop doing screenshots. But I miss my this is my time. I want my time back. I got gypped. I need to call Sergeant of the Army and say, hey, Sergeant, what's going on with this? Yeah, how can we get
Why
that?
did we get a COVID?
How come we didn't get
We
COVID?
didn't get no COVID time.
Exactly. You'd be like, Karen, shut up. It would be awesome. No, so going back and forth, some of it is, of course, legit drama, but some of it is, of course, just guys and gals just being straight bitches. Just stop. You really don't have that bad. Air Force watches the boot camp burn video. They just watch a video. They don't even do basic training. It's just to show up. They just like, here, to put a uniform. As a matter of fact, what the Air Force does is they have a tailor come by your house, and then they measure you, and then you get this delivery from Marlo White. You have a delivery of uniforms, and then those uniforms are delivered to you, and then you have to walk around and what does the Air Force do? Oh man, okay. So last story we're going to talk about. It's from our friends over at Task and Purpose. Okay, you guys kind of remember? I don't know. Was it just last week and a half ago? I don't know. It seemed like a long time because there's so much information flying at us.
Right.
There was
maybe it was 6 minutes.
Maybe it was 6 minutes ago. But MCRD, Marine Corps Recruit Depot in San Diego, had a long line of soldiers getting haircuts. And this is before, I think it was last week. It was Monday. We talked about this. And it was when no, it was Thursday. No, you're right. I think it was Thursday. I'm trying to think. At any rate, that's when General Mark Milley and Secretary Esper was going back and forth on getting haircuts, not getting haircuts, and then we did the meme, the buzzers on Iwo Jima.
Mom and Dad were fighting.
Yeah, this is why we're fighting and ready to fight tonight. Yarg, and stuff. Bill Wood and Rob, Leatherneck, rah, Clippers, get a haircut. So they're still required to get haircuts, right? So everyone was saying, don't do it. Don't freaking do it because this is crazy. Even the Marines were like, nah, rah, yut, and you're not going to do that. We're going to Marines and rah. Well, just yesterday, COVID-19 has swept through the Marine barracks. And dozens of Joes got sick. Or what do they call them? Poolies or boots or something like that? They have...
I think they call them boots.
Boots, because poolies are the ones that before they come in, like they were before they join the military, before they become a Marine or they ship off to boot camp, right? Because we have basic training, they have boot camp. So 4 dozen Marines, and these were all right now. All the recruits, like 2 dozen. So all the recruits in BCO, Bravo Company.
Shocking.
Yeah, I think that was Bravo Company that was getting haircuts. All the recruits have tested positive for the disease and are in isolation, and none of them has required hospitalization. Captain Martin Harris, a spokesman for Marine Corps Recruit Depot in San Diego. So the latest case of the coronavirus discovered at Bravo Company was nearing the end of his 14-day quarantine period. And an additional test became available, allowing the entire company to be tested. While these positive cases are currently isolated to one company in the quarantine, the increase of asymptomatic positive tests has prompted the testing of all personnel in quarantine and all recruits that arrive at the depot in the future, whether they are not or not present with systems. Now, here's the thing. Asymptomatic, non-symptomatic, you got symptomatics, whatever. There has been policies that have been put in place by the Secretary of Defense. That's the coup. That's the coup. It's almost it's like commanders don't. To me, that's the way I see it. The commanders are willfully. It just seems like they're doing this on purpose. They're fuck that. I don't get a guy. You didn't get a fucking haircut. Next thing you know, they got COVIDs.
And that's just it. It takes one kid that does have like some unknown underlying condition, like, and then it's like, okay, so you think that was worth it? This kid's now like seriously ill, sick, and yeah, you got like this whole cluster here that could have totally been avoided if you didn't have them all motherfucking stand in line. Okay, so it's really, really fucking important for them all fucking to have haircuts. Don't have them all stand in the goddamn line like that. You know, because I do I firmly believe that, that haircuts can be given safely. Not if you got to have them all clusterfucked. All right. Uh, give them time. It's not going to be fast. It's not going to be easy. So I don't think that should be a thing, because y'all men need your haircut like every 7 minutes, to keep up with like how they want it cut, especially with those Marine guys that have it like, it's just crazy. But it's like even like the states that are like Texas for instance, the hair salons and shit aren't opening up tomorrow. That's not one of the things. They're like, no, that's a little too close and personal. Just calm the fuck down. Like you probably wouldn't have this. Oh, and then like I said, that one kid or whoever that's asymptomatic, because yes, they're nice, young, and healthy. Probably pass it to that barber, and then he's like passing it on, passing it on.
What are you talking about? There was a barber in Louisiana that died from getting it from doing the haircut.
Yeah, and he probably caught it from like some person that didn't know they had it because there was nothing wrong with them.
Right. Well, I mean, I don't give a fuck. I mean, I don't want to sound callous. I don't give a fuck about COVID. I mean, I don't want to sound like an asshole, but I don't care about it because it's one of those things to where that if you're told by someone, and here is the policy that needs to happen, that is the policy. You obey the policy. You, as a member of the uniformed services, are not. You don't get there and say, "Hey, it's not really guidance. It's not guidance." No, it's guidance. It's guidance. When our civilian leadership tells us that we're not supposed to get haircuts and we're not supposed to get doing PT tests, and the Secretary of the Army says we're not, and guess what? Then immediately, that's the no, that's not what he said, motherfucker. That's what he said. Because
well, you know what happens, and then it has to go into writing and has to go into the Frago, and even though they said it, it's like, oh, until I get it in writing, it doesn't happen yet.
Spanky, we have been
has to go all the way down.
Spanky, we have been, but Spanky, we have, we, Hail Hydra, have been on top of all of that. We have been providing the most up-to-date information. We have provided the force.
Down to that last person's email,
right?
And they read it through their own official channels. They're like, "Fuck it, I haven't heard anything. We're taking a PT test today." Oh, I'm not going to check my email, so I don't really know this yet. Nope, nobody's told me. Fuck it, we're on.
I'm of the thing that if there's guides that come out, I mean, personally, like I said, I don't want to sound callous about caring or not caring who has it or something, whatever. I will just kind of like, the dude just told you not to do haircuts. The dude just told you, how could you sit there now? I guarantee it. Anybody right now that's in the military that does something that I want to see somebody's eval of fucking up. I do. I want to see somebody's eval right now. And I want you to look that soldier in the face or that NCO in the face if you're chaptering him out for fucking up. While you made your unit do a PT test, and you made your unit and you violated what the SecDef said, let's kind of look at some integrity issues on yourself before you. Wait, you gotta slam the soldier for doing this, but you're the one that you kind of like, I don't know, got everybody to do a haircut. It's kind of.
I'm sure that's what they're doing until I see it, in writing. Until someone orders me to right here in my face, I'm just going to keep doing what I do, and that's just how people think, and they're just like, no, because they have to have pretty shaved heads or however the fuck,
It's got to be uniform. It's got to be uniform. Again, I don't.
I mean, they see their leaders arguing on TV about it.
They see they see their leaders arguing on TV, and then they see their leaders arguing on TV in front of the world about this shit and on the webs and all that stuff. And then you see the policy go out, and then you see the traffic that we get on the main page of policy being not adhered to. Mm-hmm. So all those leaders right there are in check or contaminated. Because then what? Now you're going to say, oh, well, exactly. Well, we didn't know what was going on. Exactly that, cause guidance wasn't clear at the time. Well, what do you mean guidance wasn't clear?
I see them doing a PT test on the unit next to me.
Why do I want to do it? Yeah, I guess it's good. No, the guidance said specifically you don't take you don't do ACFT, you don't do height and weight, and if a soldier wants to improve his PT score, if he was a PT failure of any of that, they could do that again. But hold somebody.
And to me, that makes it even like more confusing. I'm like, oh well, if we can do it for them, why can't we fucking do it for everybody?
Well, I'm saying. Well, that's what I think. The whole point is that if we're supposed to be adhering to those policies, we're enforcing the standards and we're adhering to policy. Oh well, you can't just pick and choose policy and standards to adhere to. If the standards have come down from the Secretary of Defense that you're not supposed to take an APFT, or you're not supposed to be doing body fat, or Secretary of the Army, and you're not supposed to be getting haircuts, you're not supposed to do any of that shit, then guess what? You're not supposed to be doing that. I don't care if you're worried about it. I don't care if you think they're asymptomatic. I don't care. It's the policy. You know, there's a lot of policies in the Army that I didn't like. I didn't like at all. I was like, that's kind of messed up. But you know what? I kind of had to enforce it as a senior NCO. Policies that were written out for reasons that you had to adhere to, right? Because they were... Yes. So would you...
Adhere to and enforce.
And enforce. So now, if you, as a senior NCO or an officer, are going to slam your soldier for, I don't know, lying or disobeying an order or any of that shit, the soldier's going to say, what's that? What's that old 70s commercial? And the guy finds his kid, he finds a bag of weed, and he's in the kid's room. He's like, where'd you get this from? Where'd you learn this from? And the kid's like, I learned it from you. That's what's going to happen. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It's gonna be like there's gonna be some kid he's gonna be getting an Article 15 for disrespecting or disobeyed an order or something like that. And the commander, where'd you learn this from? Where'd you get this from? And the soldier's gonna go, I got it from you. I learned it from you. You didn't listen to the SecDef. You violated the SecDef's policy. You willfully went out and just told the SecDef to eat it. But I'm gonna take a PT test. I don't care what you say, SecDef. I don't care what you say, Sec Army. I'm giving a PT test, and I'm doing a height and weight, and they're getting fucking haircuts. But I'm going to slam this soldier here for lying. I'm going to slam this soldier for disobeying an order. That's fucking... That's main page gold. Thank you. We've been hurting for some content.
Before? I mean, this has always happened. This has always happened. It's like, okay, so like some people have to follow rules and some people don't. And that's like half the reason the main page exists. You
right.
see examples of this even
all the time.
There's been a COVID.
Before the time of COVID. It sounds like you're talking like
way back when.
Yeah, you're talking like hurricane
Pepperidge Farm voice or whatever. You do the voices, I don't.
Yeah, I'm about to say you're talking like Beowulf. You saw the animated movie Beowulf when he was talking about he was doing a tale. I was fighting a sea monster. And Beowulf was talking all this shit. I was fighting. So it was back before the time of COVIDs, and then COVID's bad. The mighty war against COVID, and the Corona monster was coming across the mountains. And then we had the Secretary of Defense and the Army, the Secretary of the Army, and I stood in front of my first sergeant and said, I'm not getting a fucking haircut. The Secretary of the Army and the...
You would have a voice for this.
The Sec Army and the Sec... We gloriously fought in battle with the first sergeant and the commander that wanted to give me an Article 15. He asked me, where did you learn this from? And I said, I learned it from you. You were the one. You were the one that taught me to disobey. You disobeyed the Secretary of Defense and the Secretary of the Army. That's where I learned it from. Kidding aside, isn't that right?
That's absolutely
So
right.
I heard your mutant mic a couple times.
Kidding aside, I can't put the kidding aside.
I'm sorry, I heard your mic going off and on. Are you okay?
I'm trying to breathe.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, exactly.
So you're absolutely right.
Exactly. Oh man, my god. No, but I find it funny that all these leaders are going to be slamming soldiers for disobeying an order, doing what they're not supposed to be done, or lying. Pick your fucking pick your drama, pick your prick whatever. But that's what's going to happen. There's going to be...
Or pick your hypocritical
stance. Pick your hypocritical stance on something. I mean, in our policies that we have laid out, that are given there for a fucking reason. And you would think that the biggest... the biggest freaking... Your standard fucking... It's a standard. And we have all the stuff that we talk about and all the stuff that we have that lead to... We talk about core values. And then integrity and following orders, and then next thing you know, here, my dearest Jessica, my first sergeant, he told me to get a haircut, and I said, first sergeant, why must I get a haircut? So I told my first sergeant he could eat some these nuts. I can't believe I was forced to get a haircut, but Secretary of the Army had my back. Oh my God! No, for real though, dude. I'm blown away. I am blown away that our leadership. It is at the mid-grade level. It is at the mid-grade level right now that our leadership is defying guidance like that. It doesn't matter if you agree with it or not. You get told that all the time. It doesn't matter if you agree with it or not. You gotta follow the guidance. You gotta follow rule. Right, rush that. Hooah. Big bags full. All the way. Yeah. Above the best. Win the mind, win the day. Deflect baseball. Whatever comment you have. Whatever you want to talk about. But the
You
point,
sound like Colonel Sanders. Sorry, go on.
I serve a son of Colonel Sanders. The 50th Coronavirus Regiments. We are fighting, and I must pen a letter to my wife. Today, I was told to get a haircut. Whilst contemplating my next decisive maneuver, I told my first sergeant, here is a paper from the moments of Army WTF. Oh my God.
Is this when you came up with the recipe?
I can't believe my first sergeant, with a bewildered, apoplectic face, said, Private, what are you doing? I said this was from the nation you know so well of the WTF. Oh, man. Anyways, I digress. Oh, man. So, what were we at? Oh, yeah, MCRD. So, Marine recruit basic training, boot camp. There's 10 lawmakers that already talked about this stuff already about these individuals getting haircuts, and why would they do getting haircuts and stuff like that if you're going to, this right here is the perfect example of the civil military divide that we have going on with not understanding military individuals, not understanding their fucking role. Maybe that's why Afghanistan's been going on so long. I think we're finally seeing the breakdown of it too. I'm just saying. That's just me though. I can't believe.
Maybe they'll finally get over with now because we're too focused on haircuts and combat CCFCs.
Yeah, CCFC cloth. See, that's right there. It's just messing everybody up.
It really is.
But it's funny. But again, we're definitely seeing the dynamic. Sorry. I'll be honest with you. I don't. If you're seeing why there's so much confusing, that's why our Joes are getting so frustrated right now. Well, right.
You're absolutely right.
Our soldiers are getting frustrated because they're seeing our leadership going back and forth in public. So,
and we're probably only seeing a snapshot of all the text messages that are going on. We're getting the most ridiculous ones. But even on a normal day, like how much conflicting or changing information goes out, that gets put out like at the battalion level, and then it gets down to the company level, but if something gets lost in translation,
right, dude. So
now it's like, multiply times, like just throw out like 3.14.
Right. It's like change, and all the fragos. I mean, they're legit. I mean, they're backed up. Are. So the thing is
that's at the top level.
Yeah, right. That's something weird.
By the time that gets to Joe,
by the time it's getting to Joe, that's when we have a first sergeant going off on him saying you need to take a PT test. Like right now, we're finding out in the inbox. We are finding out today, right now, there are units at Fort Bragg, Fort Stewart, Fort Hood, Fort Riley, Fort Carson. They're going to be taking an APFT, or all these installations that I just named will be taking PT tests on Monday. Don't let us get video. Now,
tell me where. I'll go.
No, that's what I'm saying. If they're individuals that are taking, remember what the policy said. Remember what they said. If you want to pass your PT test, or this is to get you unflagged, then you could do it. But all PT tests, ACFTs are, the date you got is the date you got. And you don't even have to think about this. You don't even have to have a freaking DA photo now.
And let me reiterate that's the soldier telling you, not you telling the soldier that's flagged he has to. You read that,
Right. Josh, hey, I'm sorry.
carefully.
Yeah, I saw that right there. Somebody's pointing to me in the chats. I haven't even paid attention to the chats. No, Josh, we go from 20 to 2200, and it depends if we got a guest. If we got a guest, then we shoot over. But unless we go on a rant right now, then I'll go ahead and I'll go over a little bit. No big deal.
Or we just don't look at the clock.
Or yeah,
we do that too.
Or we don't even. Yeah, exactly. We don't look at oops, because we got the age thing going.
I didn't realize what time it was.
Right.
Just now
Right. It's shit. Yeah, it was talking about time. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, thanks, Josh. But yeah, normally it's at the time we do it. But you'll see the schedule that's already been put up there. Yeah, again, but I those are the guys. Again, when we see those PT tests coming across, I can't wait. Can't wait. I want to see them. We'll be more than happy to post them up. The units will be named. We're thinking about going on the main page. We're thinking about doing some blasting of units specifically. So there'll be a unit. You do a PT test, you're gonna get named. You will get one shot to a PAO. Hey, we heard you were taking an APFT. Is this true? Is this yours? And if we get meow, 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 like we always get, then it's going up. Unless, I'm going to be honest with you, PAOs, all you have to do is ask. Hey, I think my unit's doing this, and I think we need to. More than likely, we'll get it fixed. We'll be good to go. We'll be all right. And then that's it. But if you come up off the top rope with us, and yeah, units are gonna get named. So, at any rate, I guess we can go ahead and do.
You gotta say housekeeping.
Yeah, I can do some housekeeping.
And
some screaming. Yeah, I was like, I was fighting against housekeeping because I was on a tangent. I'm Beowulf. Anyways,
it happens sometimes.
Exactly. I love it. I'm gonna watch that movie again. For the next 3 Tuesdays, I'm just going to say it right now. The next 3 Tuesdays are all freaking CQ. He's going to have guests so we're still going to have the normally scheduled shows. Don't get me wrong. We're going to have the Monday edition. We're going to have, Kick It With Cause, the Monday edition, and then CQ, Pop Culture War. So the next few weeks of just pure CQ-ness of guests. Can't wait. Because now that he's here doing this stuff, we're going to be working his ass off.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
We had some on the back burner. We were trying to wait till, CQ got into his groove with
Yep.
him and Radar.
Yep.
So it seems like it's all piled on him right now. It is.
It is, yeah. It really is.
Catch up, CQ.
Exactly. Be like us, CQ. No, he's doing pretty good. I like it.
We got to get the rest of the hosts a break because we
Yeah,
called
yeah,
him on Alan Cause.
Exactly.
When
Man.
they got up.
Yeah. We got to get. Yeah, we got to
Everybody
get.
else took a break now.
Yeah, we got to get. We got to get Sergeant Major Gann and General Beagle. We got to get ready for their Sergeant's Time appearance. I can't wait to have them on.
Matter of fact, Amy was listening in. She already is like, "Oh, here's the email again." She went back in the archives of our email. And
Awesome.
I asked her, I'm like, "Hey, find that PAO's email for me, please." And
Exactly.
she got it up. Hey, I'll get an email right in the morning.
Good deal. Yeah, it's awesome. It's really good because some of the guests that would have normally gone to me and Flash on Monday are going to go to CQ, so it kind of lightens the load on us too. And then so yeah, all that geeky freaking pop culture comic book movie stuff. I can't wait. Don't tell nobody that I download movies. But anyways, wait, holy shit! Next week is Cinco de Mayo, and that's on Taco Tuesday. Man, Tecate's on me. Yeah, I'm about to say, dude, freaking, God, man, it's like Cinco de Mayo. Can't wait, Cinco de Mayo. It has nothing to do with anything that has to do with the Mexican Revolution. Everyone says, "Oh, it's Mexican," no, it's not. Cinco de Mayo, man. Shit, I can't wait. Taco Tuesday. Anyways, so on Cinco de Mayo, CQ is going to have Travis Miller, a retired Army infantryman and current comic book creator. He's going to be talking about The Last Patrol, based on actual events during the Iraq War. I love the comic stuff. The serious, gritty comics or graphic. I'm starting to talk like my character again. The gritty comics that you have, graphic novels that you'd like to call them. Sorry, I'm gonna Angry Taco. Exactly. That's a stripper. That's a stripper's name. All right, let's do it. We have Angry Taco. Anyways, so 19 May, we're going to have Stephanie Klein, Marine Corps veteran. Stephanie Klein is a DC-based stand-up comic, producer, and contributor for the Duffel Blog. Always cool to have the members of the Duffel Blog on here. At loose ends after leaving the Marine Corps and dealing with the end of her marriage, Stephanie turned to comedy and workshop through the Armed Services Artist Partnership. And then Tuesday on May 12th, we're gonna have Air Force comedian, because they're right. They're all Air Force are pretty funny. I'm sorry, Air Force veteran and comedian Quentin Hardy, how he ended up as a stand-up comedy comedian after his Air Force career. We're trying to get that other guy. What was his other name? The dude from the Chappelle Show. We're trying to get him. That's another guy we're trying to get on. The guy that goes, "I'm rich, bitch." That guy. We're trying to get him on there. He's an Air Force veteran too. And so we're working to get some of him on there too. And it'll be funny as hell. I'm excited. So again, CQ is like killing it on these. I'm really glad. I'm freaking give it up that you talk on these days. But yeah, it's exciting. I can't wait. He's taking all those guests. I can't wait. But anyways, you got anything else you want to talk about, Smeggy? Are we good?
Oh no, we're good. We're good. If y'all have any other guests that y'all know about or anything, veteran organizations or anything, send that information to contact@WTFNationRadio.com. Mom or I will reach out and look into it and everything. And like I said, if you guys have things that you want to hear about, we'll be more than happy to try to get them on the shows.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, any band members too. We got Bayou Bandits. We posted a video there was a commemorative song for the individuals that are doing the work in hospitals during all this pandemic stuff. But at any rate, yeah, it was pretty cool. So anything like that, and he asked, and I was kind of crazy. I got a couple of requests. Hey, Ice, what did you play? I want to play this. Guys, be specific. Hey, what's that song you played when you had your show? I do a bunch of shows. Which one are you talking about? The one that was taken on the third break of the fourth hour of the eighth week and the fourth month. Don't know. But anyways, again, thank you guys for listening to us tonight. I had fun. So, you got any last word? We need to do a closing model. We had a last final greeting. We just everyone has
good night and have a pleasant tomorrow.
Yeah, they have the final word or something like that. Or whatever. Shut up and drink water. Or, I don't know. What could you say? What comments could you see?
Change your socks.
Change your socks. Yeah. Wash your hands. Put on your cloth combat face cover. Your CCFC. Wear them. Damn it. Everyone listen to Space Force. Y'all have a good night and take it easy. Shots.
Intergalactic horse, and we'll ride into the sun, yes, into the sun, where we'll take the day by planting a flag right there at its source. Space Force. Now they say that they've discovered life up there on Mars, so let's blow it all to hell and then claim it for ours. We'll page the moon imagine what you could become. A stupid, pointless planet turned into a giant gun. And Russia, so sorry, have to burst your bubble. Be a good sport now, sit back, relax, and watch us through the hubble as we celebrate the greatness of the United Planet of America. Space Force, we'll saddle up our intergalactic horse and we'll ride into the sun, yes, into the sun, where we'll take the day by planting a flag right there at its source. Space Force. Now we'll go to infinity and beyond, beyond. You'll hear our manly voices singing Space Force strong. The critics say sound doesn't travel in space, to which we reply sound will do as we say. Oh, Captain Kirk, your achievements, though notable and fine, as far as we're concerned, this is Deep Space Mine. And big fans, but Lord Vader, step away from the lightsaber. There can only be one, of course. Space Force. Ra-da-da-da-da-da, ra-da-da, ra-da-da, ra-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-dum-dum-dum-dum, ra-da-da-da-da-da, ra-da-da, ra-da-da, ra-da-da-da-da-da-da-dum-dum-dum-dum-dum-dum. Space Force, Space Force, we'll saddle up our intergalactic horse and we'll ride into the sun, yes, into the sun, where we'll take the day by planting a flag right there at its source. Space Force. Space
What is this Facebook Live? I've never heard of this shit.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Good evening, boys and girls. This is Tim Kennedy. I'm a Special Forces sniper, a Ranger qualified Green Beret, a UFC fighter. Please listen to us and the shenanigans that we're going to say. We will insult you. There will be racial slurs. We will be sexist. We will offend you. But there will be magic, and a unicorn will be raped. So enjoy the show. Thank you for listening on WTF Nation Radio.